Holly Woods. I'm a longtime 40 plus year practitioner, coach, scientist, consultant in the transformational arena and use integral as a framework for my work. In the last several years, I've evolved my work with clients. I mostly work with, sorry, I have a cat here. I mostly work with innovators and founders and visionaries in helping them get clarity about who they are so they can really move into and live into their next expression in the world as they evolve into their next version of themselves. And so I've begun experiencing, just as a part of this work, my own life and in my work with clients, I've begun to experience kind of a life beyond my wildest imagination. I didn't know it was possible to arrive at this place in life. And I'm pretty excited to be living there myself and actually taking my own clients there. And so I'm calling this work Wild Beyonder, and there's several elements to it. You know, basically the several elements are learning to reclaim your radical wholeness. It is possible to become so clear and resolved in your current lifetime. And I even acknowledge that I reclaimed lots of karmic past experiences. And so what happens when we reclaim those parts of us that were lost, we begin to have an experience of wholeness that is virtually impossible when we live these fractured and challenged lives. And so part of what I'm imagining is creating some activities that begin to help us as practitioners reclaim parts of us that have been lost in our current lifetimes. The second element is to align with what truly matters. I've been doing purpose work for decades and have learned how to help people gain really precise awareness about their purpose to align and to then live into the next version of themselves through imagination exercises and calling on both scientific frameworks and spiritual technologies. So the capacity to imagine a life of possibility beyond what we're currently living can create more alignment and coherence than we have access to regularly, and then amplifying that in our lives through an aliveness that most of us aren't living. So I think some of what I am really excited about bringing to this event is helping us all enliven into that next version of us that's beyond our current conception of self. Most of us, have a belief that we are the current identity that we live in the world, and that is, who we are and how we show up. Instead of imagining the next version of us, we can very playfully and imaginatively live into another version that's beyond our limited frame. And so I imagine that I'm going to, and this is still kind of unclear to me, but I think I'm going to be offering some exercises from each of these pillars that can be in a main session, and then probably some additional activities to further, integrating these exercises in smaller sessions. So that's it for me.
Holly, I just can't wait. I'm so excited. It's going to be super fun. Just hanging out with you is going to be super fun, honestly.